Hello students, in this video we will discuss about the proof of the third equation of motion, that is we have to prove v square is equal to u square plus 2as, or you can say that it is the proof of velocity attained by a particle after traveling distance s. So let's start the proof. This proof is based on velocity. So first of all we'll use v is equal to dx upon dt. What is velocity? Velocity is equal to rate of change of displacement. Dx is displacement and dt is time. So displacement upon time, you know that it is the velocity. Now if we multiply and divide the right hand side of equation by dv, then what will happen? Suppose this is equation number 1. If we multiply and divide the right hand side by of equation number 1 by dv, then v will be equal to dx upon dt into dv upon dv. We are multiplying by dv and as well as dividing by dv, and when we reshuffle this, then we can get dx upon dv, ये dv इधर ले आए और dt को इधर लेगा, dot dv upon dt. So we know that what is acceleration? Acceleration is dv upon dt. So in place of this we can write a, but dv upon dt is equal to a, where a is acceleration. Suppose this is equation number 2. So v will be equal to dx upon dv dot a, or a dot dx upon dv. Now you can write in any form. Now if by cross multiplication this dv is taken on left hand side, then it will be v dv is equal to a dx. This is third equation. Now integrating equation number 3rd. On integrating equation number 3rd, we will get v dv is equal to a is constant and this is dx will be under the integration sign. Now what will be the next expression of left hand side? We know that it is v dv. According to the integration rule, this will become, on left hand side this will become v square upon 2. As I explained you in previous proof, it will be small ax will be small dx will be added together, will be integrated together to get x only. So it will be ax plus capital K, where K is constant of proportionality. This is constant of proportionality. Suppose this is equation number 4. Now when x is equal to 0, v is equal to u, then means at the start of the motion the value of x will be 0, and at that time the initial velocity should be u. Now if we put this in the above equation, then what we will get? Put in equation number 4. In place of x we will put 0, in place of v we will put u. So it will be u square upon 2 is equal to a, in place of x it is 0. So we got k is equal to u square upon 2. K is equal to u square upon 2. Now put this k is equal to u square upon 2 in equation number 4, in the same equation as we have done in the last proof. Then what we'll get? It will be v square upon 2 ax plus, in place of k we'll put u square upon 2, and taking u square upon 2 on left hand side, we will get v square upon 2 minus u square upon 2 is equal to ax, or v square minus u square is equal to 2ax, or v square is equal to u square plus 2ax. This is the proof of third equation of motion by using calculus method. Now we will prove the displacement of particle in nth second. Suppose the displacement of particle in nth second is represented by s nth. Then you have to prove the expression to find out this s nth. S nth is equal to u plus a by 2, 2n minus 1. You have to prove this. S nth is equal to u plus a by 2 in bracket 2n minus 1. Now, how we can prove this? Let's start. First step, we have to suppose the displacement of particle in n second. So let Sn is equal to displacement of particle in n second. Sn minus 1 is the displacement of particle in n minus 1 second. So it is obvious that if we want to find out the displacement of particle in nth second, so displacement of particle in nth second will be S nth is equal to Sn minus Sn minus 1. This is very important. Suppose this is your first equation and this is the base of this proof. So to prove this, it is necessary to find Sn as well as Sn minus 1. So how we can find Sn? Sn is based on the formula of second equation of motion. Second equation of motion is Sn is equal to, suppose the second equation of motion is S is equal to ut plus half at square. This is the second equation of motion. Since we are talking about time t, so we can write it as St is equal to ut plus half at square. Now suppose this is equation number 2. And what is S? S is the displacement of particle in t second. This St is the displacement of particle in t second, because we have taken time t, so that's why we have used St here. Otherwise the base of this formula is S is equal to ut plus half at square, which is the second equation of motion. Now using this St is equal to ut plus half at square, we will find Sn and Sn minus 1. So first we will find Sn. So when t is equal to n, when we keep t is equal to n in this equation of St, then what we will get? In place of t, if we will put n, so it will be Sn is equal to un plus half an square. Suppose this is third equation. Now when we put t is equal to n minus 1, then in the same equation, if we put t is equal to n minus 1, then it will be S n minus 1 is equal to u n minus 1 plus half a n minus 1 whole square. Suppose this is equation number 4. So what we got? We got two equations. One is for Sn and other is for Sn minus 1. And our basic equation was this: Snth is equal to Sn minus Sn minus 1. So what is required to be done? We have to put third equation and fourth equation in equation number 1 to get Snth. So Snth will be equal to, in place of Sn we will write Un plus half An square, and minus, in place of Sn minus 1 we will write Un minus 1 plus half A n minus 1 whole square. So when we solve this, then we will get Snth is equal to U plus A by 2 2n minus 1, and hence it is proved. When we open this bracket, then 2-3 terms get cancelled, and finally we will get Snth is equal to U plus A by 2 2n minus 1. Now we will talk about the velocity time graph, Vt graph, or we can say that Vt curve. Suppose if we get, let's take type number 1. Suppose this on x-axis if we take t, on y-axis if we take velocity in v, then if we get graph like this, means parallel to a line parallel to x-axis, then what does this Vt graph represent? This graph represents that body is moving with which velocity? Think. Because velocity is not changing, time is increasing. So body is moving with constant velocity. And when we have got constant velocity, then what does it mean? Constant velocity means u is u, suppose this is initial velocity, and v is also u. It means acceleration, we know that formula of acceleration is change in velocity means v minus u upon t. So in place of v we will put u, and u is equal to u, then u minus u upon t. What we will get? Acceleration is equal to 0. So constant velocity represents the acceleration 0. This you have to remember. Now the second type of proof, second type of graph, type number 2, can be a line which is inclined, a straight line which is inclined to x-axis, and if this line makes an angle theta, and this x-axis, on x-axis we will take as time, and on y-axis we will take velocity, then what does this graph indicates? This graph indicates that body is performing accelerated motion. Body is performing accelerated motion, means there is change in velocity, and that's why we can see that the body is performing accelerated motion. But this change is uniform. And because it starts from 0, so we can write with 0 initial velocity. Now type number 3. Suppose if we get the graph in this form. This is time axis, this is velocity axis, and we know that here the theta will be this. Now for this graph, tan theta is negative. If tan theta is negative, then we can say that acceleration is also negative, because tan theta is equal to, it represents the slope of the graph. So the slope of this VT graph represents the acceleration. So we can say that, for this we can say that body is performing, because it is a straight line, body is performing uniform retarded motion with positive velocity. Why we are saying positive velocity? Because if we think about the coordinate system, then we are taking plus x axis and plus y axis, and it is between plus x axis and plus y axis. So that's why this velocity is towards the positive y axis. That's why we are saying that it is positive velocity. Means if this graph is drawn below this x axis, means we can say that, in other words, if this graph is drawn on negative y axis, then only we can say that the velocity is negative. Now type 4 of VT graph. Suppose if we get a VT graph in the fourth quadrant, suppose it is in this form, then, and suppose this point is at this point, this is origin, this point represents the time equal to 0 as well as the velocity equal to 0. Suppose this is represented by O, and above which there is positive velocity, means on positive y axis, and below this point we will get negative velocity, and suppose the velocity initially at time 0, means time 0 is t1, at time t1 the velocity is v1, and if we drop the projection of final velocity on both the axes, then we will get projection like this. And when we observe the point of projection on x-axis or time axis, then suppose this time is t2, and if we observe the projection on y-axis, then this represents, because y-axis represents the velocity, so this is v2. So we can say that at t1 is equal to 0, velocity was v1, and at t2 has got some finite value, the velocity is equal to v2. Okay, now we know that we are observing the slope of this graph, VT graph, always. So if we draw a dotted line parallel to this x-axis in such a way that we have to find angle theta, and suppose this is angle theta, this angle theta is the angle between the time axis and the curve or graph. Graph is this, and the theta is the angle between the time axis and the graph. And we know that in front of any angle, the side of the triangle is known as perpendicular. So for this will be the perpendicular. And what will be the base? Base is the distance from this point to this point. So we can observe this as base. This is base. Means we will talk about only this triangle. Our aim is to find out tan theta. So tan theta represents the slope of graph. So how we can find out tan theta? We know that tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. And what is perpendicular? Perpendicular is the difference between this initial and final velocity. Means it will be v2 minus v1, v2 minus v1, and base is t2 minus t1. So v2 has got some finite value and it is more negative than v1. आप देख रहे हैं ग्राफ में कि v2 is more negative as we compared it with v1 than v1. v1 is less negative. So it will be v2 minus v1 upon t2 has got some finite value and t1 is 0. So since v2 has got more negative value as compared to v1, so our denominator will be negative upon, our numerator will be negative upon denominator will be positive. So finally what we'll get? Tan theta as negative. And if we get tan theta as negative, then this represents that acceleration is negative. You have to remember this. If tan theta is negative, this is tan theta. If tan theta is negative, then acceleration will be negative. So finally, with this, we came to know that why acceleration is negative in this case. Now we will talk about type number 5. Type number 5, suppose if you get a VT graph in this form. This point represents that time is equal to 0 as well as velocity equal to 0. And suppose this at time t1, suppose this is time t1, at time t1 the velocity is v1 and at time t2 the velocity is 0. This is v2 because we are getting the same point as we got the point of time, means initial time was t1, means the same point, at the same point we are getting v2 as well as t1. So what will be the slope of this triangle, slope of this graph? The slope is the angle between the graph and the time axis. This is time axis and this is positive v and this is negative v. So the slope is theta and will be represented in this form. So we are talking about this triangle. And what will be the perpendicular in this triangle? Perpendicular is this and base is the time axis. So if we apply the formula of tan theta here, tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base. What is perpendicular? Perpendicular is, it will be v2 minus v1 upon base is t2 minus t1. Now tan theta will be equal to, what is the value of v2? The value of v2 is 0. See what we are getting at time t2. What is the value of velocity? t2 is final time and v2 is final velocity, and we are getting v2 value as 0 minus v1. v1 is on the negative y-axis, so there must be some negative value. So it will be minus v1 upon t2 has got some finite value because it is on the positive x-axis, minus t1 is 0. So this minus into minus will become plus v1 upon plus t2. So finally what we are getting, tan theta has got some positive value, and if tan theta is positive, then we can conclude that the acceleration is always positive if tan theta is positive. So with this we are concluding this video lecture. Thank you very much for watching.